Incoming wormhole. It's about time.
Thank you, sir. Good to be back.
You know where to park?
Yes, sir.
God, you used to have a whole thing now.
Well, this is everybody.
Okay.
But you have to answer all their questions.
Actually, it would be much funnier, wouldn't it?
That would have been, actually.
Well, David Hewlett would say something like this.
There's some kind of an energy barrier right on the threshold.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt my hands, Lola.
Okay, so get out of there.
It's pulling me in.
Let's go jump the barrier!
Hi, Fire. Good question. Totally different. I pitched an idea where Rodney and I go back, we find a planet, and we are bestowed all these great powers, and we're given all this treasure, and we're really lapping it up, and we've consequently been kind of corrupted by our new powers, and we have little nubiles running around and everything else. That was the story I pitched. I thought it would be great to do The Man Who Would Be King. And I was met with the answer, which was the answer I get a lot of times when I pitch the story, which is, we've already done that on SG-1.
Mayborn. This is King Archon.
So the story started morphing into all these different places until it really became unrecognizable. I take almost no credit for Epiphany. I have no idea where we ended up with that. And I didn't write the screenplay. And actually, it's not really one of my favorite episodes.
I just was hoping you were going a different direction with that.
My connection with Epiphany is kind of tenuous as a writer or a story person, editor, thing, whatever they call me at the Guild. I just pay my dues, that's all I know. Well, Jedi 40, I've been knocked around, beat up a little on the stunts, but not anything very serious. I actually haven't been hurt too badly.
I could do this all day.
My knuckles will get sore eventually.
You ought to talk to Jason Momoa. Jason always seems to hurt himself. He's kind of a klutz. Good-looking guy, bit of a klutz. I did get hit once in the head, right here, by none other than Jason Momoa, actually.
By accident. Sort of.
And I had a pretty good cherry there.
You're gonna need stitches.
So we shot from the other side, but no, other than that, I'm in pretty good shape.
You're fine.
No stitches?
I started this lollipop for a scene I just did a little while ago, and I actually haven't been able to take it out of my mouth. It's addictive. It's like one of those little sweet tarts. Excuse me. Hi, Phoenix 00. Interesting question. If I could travel back in time, I haven't had time to think about this. This is like off the cuff. See, if I actually sat down and thought about it, I probably even have a harder time deciding because there's a million times and places I'd like to go back to. I think one of the most interesting times to go back to would be during the days of the conquistadors. I think that would be pretty cool. Everything was so alien back then. After that, when we started mapping out the world, I think that the risks were more calculated, and you kind of knew what you were getting into, but I think those guys didn't, and I think it's a pretty interesting time. I see Shepard going back to the early days of space travel.
All right, works for me.
I think that's what he would do. He'd probably be part of the Right Stuff group. I think that's what Shepard would be like. So that's my answer. Good question.
You know, I can do this all day. Ow.
Hurts, does it?